Hi guys, welcome back. I am excited to make another video. This video is actually going to be about false Christians. So you might ask, why am I going to talk about false Christians? Because I was one of them. And I've actually been seeing it a lot. I've been making friends out here that claim to be Christians, but their actions are very different from the scripture. And like I said, I was one of them too. So I can kind of relate to that and like, okay, I see where you're at. But when I was reading the Bible, which I have been every day and I've been studying it, God is against that. He actually hates that more than anything. He says very clear in the Bible, either you're in or you're out. You can't have multiple gods. You're either part of the world, or you're of his. You know, it's very simple. So I'm going to read to you where it says 1 Corinthians 11 through 13. So it says, which Paul is writing to us right here. He says, "But now I'm writing to you that you must not associate with anyone who claims to be a brother or a sister, but is sexual, immoral, or greedy, or an adulterer, or a slander, or drunkard, or a swindler. Do not even eat with such people. What business is it of mine to judge those outside of the church? Are you not to judge those inside? God will judge those outside. Expel the wicked person from among you." So he's making it very clear what he hates, and of course it's throughout the Bible. But he's also saying very clearly at the end is that don't judge people from the outside of church. People that are not Christians, that are lost, don't even judge them. Leave that to me. I will be judging them. But one of your tasks as a Christian is to judge people that are within the church. So any brother or sister that claims that, if they're sinning and you're catching them, talk to them. Let them know as a brother and sister, hey, like, you're sinning. However you want to address it, but of course don't batter them with it. I would definitely address it in a different way. If anything, I wish I had a friend that would do that to me back in the day when I was a lesbian, and then after that I became just an alcoholic. I really wish I had someone that way, that I would actually put me on blast and talk to me about it and know that, hey, if you're a Christian, why are you living your way that way? Didn't you give your whole soul to God when you got baptized? That's the whole point as a Christian. Once you get baptized, you're fully in. Why go back, or why cherry pick of what's in the Bible and kind of bend the rules just the way for your pleasure? This whole Bible is instructed step by step, and it's also repetitive. Like, that's one thing I've noticed since I've been reading a lot. God repeats himself a lot. And since we're humans, he needs to repeat it for us so we can get it and start acting on it, or not start acting on it. So honestly, it just kind of opened my eyes reading this, and he hates it. He hates people that idol celebrities, idol statues, idol whatever the case is, being a Christian, getting drunk, and I've had this conversation with many people that are Christians. They're like, well, you know what? It's okay to get a little buzz, or it's okay to drink with your Christian friends. It's okay to smoke weed. It's okay to... God hates all of that. And as a matter of fact, he makes it also very clear in the Bible that he doesn't like the fact that once you live your mind in a past a sober mind, you're sinning. If you're not thinking straight and you're feeling a little some type of way, you're sinning. Hate it, but that's what it is, So honestly, I just feel like reading the Bible and getting just nothing but the truth from God, you just pick either what side. Either you're with God or you're not. Because honestly, I wish someone would have told me this. But I wish they would have told me back then and been like, you know what, Roxy? Do yourself a favor and stop calling yourself a Christian. Because you're making us real Christians that actually are walking with God, you're making us look bad. Can you stop calling yourself a Christian? Because you're looking us, you're not any different from a pagan. Let me put it that way. If I'm at a club or a bar and, I am Christian, and some other girl is not a Christian, not a believer, let's put it this way, she's atheist, what difference is it from me to her? You know, very clearly God has said in the Bible, don't be of the world and don't participate with things of the world. We're supposed to be very different from the people that are non-believers. There's no any different from me and her, right? So why I speak of the bar and club thing, I just recently went with someone, forgive me for that, I did participate, but I did not drink nor dance to it. But it was definitely wrong going there to begin with. We went there for a compromise and he wanted to kind of show me around, whatever. I went, and what do you know? When we went inside this club, which I'm not going to mention what's the name of it, but it is in South Carolina in downtown Charleston, there was a statue of a bull on the wall. It was half of his head painted with silver. His horns were painted gold, all just royalty. Okay, I pointed that out to that guy and told him, look what's there. Does this tell you anything? He refused to believe it. He thought I was looking too much into it. He's like, it's just for decoration. And I'm just like, no, it's not. That's a false god. You're dancing, you're drinking, you're singing. Guess what? You're worshiping it. Yeah, maybe I sound a little crazy talking like this, but it's the truth. And back in the Bible, which is in Leviticus 26:1 and also Isaiah 42:8, God has made it very clearly to not worship other things, statues, idols. Do not worship. And back in the day, people did. They worshiped some type of animals. They worshiped, you know, gold. They worshiped all this type of stuff, you know, and that statue is being presented as a god. That's my point, if anything. That statue is presented as a god. I went upstairs with my friend. Once I went upstairs, there was a painting of an elephant with 4 arms with a crown on its head. I know I'm not crazy, but it is terrible. Why would they even have that to begin with? Of course, it's Satan's playground. You're participating with that. So that god, that's actually a false god, by the way, and that god is called Ganesha. So it's a Hindu god. Okay, once again, God is against that. You know, and you might say, well, Roxy, that's some weird club or bar you went to. My club never has that, or that bar that I go to never has any of those statues. Guess what? You're in Satan's playground. And if you claim to be a Christian, you need to remove yourself from there. You will fall easily to sin. If you're married, you're going to end up cheating on your wife or husband. If you refuse to get drunk, guess what? Eventually you will get drunk. Eventually you'll end up doing drugs. Eventually something's going to happen. Don't test it that way. As a matter of fact, if you enjoy it too much, stop calling yourself a Christian. Just live a pagan life and just leave everyone else alone. Because for the ones that are Christians and are living by faith, you're making everyone look terrible. And I was one of them. I was one of them. I am by far perfect. But to be honest, I no longer idol anybody. I used to idol the Kardashians. I removed that. As a matter of fact, I don't even follow them on social media. I used to idol them. I'm going to put all my flaws out there so you guys think I'm not really, you know, judging people, especially my Christian friends, because this is for you. I used to idol the Kardashians. I removed that. I used to get drunk like crazy. I was definitely an alcoholic. I removed that. Definitely used to have sex with my boyfriend recently. Yes, I admit that. And I definitely have been having a talk with him, letting him know I refuse to have any sexual intercourse with you. You are not my husband. I cannot continue this. I cannot continue sinning against my God that is my creator, and I will be held accountable for everything I do on this earth. You are not worth it for me to sin against my God. I had to put an end of it. It's definitely hard. But if I'm going to claim to be Christian, I need to live a Christian life and stop acting like a hypocrite. So yes, we're all sinners, but there's main things, there are main topics that God hates. He won't get upset. He gets furious. He hates it. And if you don't believe me, look throughout the Bible. He repeats it so much of having sex before marriage. Don't have sex before marriage. Do not get drunk. Be in a sober mind. Do not idle. I don't know how many times he repeats it. He repeats it so many times. So that's basically it, guys. I'm sorry if I sound a little harsh, but this is all for my Christian friends, and this is all coming from love, because I'm looking out for you guys. Honestly, if this was in reverse and I wasn't doing these videos and I found someone telling me this, I would love it, because it would be a wake-up call. I need to wake up. You know, this life is only temporary. This is not forever, guys. Eventually you will die young, die old. I don't know what the case is. I don't know what God has planned for you, but you will be dying soon. And let's plan for eternal. Let's plan to be living with God forever with Jesus Christ. I think that's like the best feeling. And honestly, to close up, I'm kind of passing my limit now, but to close up, I'm going to mention 3 things really quick to help you out to not sin, especially these major sins that God hates. Honestly, commit yourself to God. Get yourself baptized if you haven't got baptized. Then fully give your soul to God. Once you give your soul to God, then start praying repeatedly. Pray repeatedly. Whenever you have a time, pray. And then start praying for yourself and be like, Lord, have this protection on my heart. I am weak as a human being, and help me, protect me from all sins. Please pray repeatedly. Pray in the morning, throughout the day, at night. I don't care if you sound like a maniac or crazy, but pray all the time. Honestly, the power of prayer is so strong, and I spoke of this. It will protect you guys. It will. And it would actually keep you stronger within your faith with God. And one last thing, stay away from people that call themselves Christians and are not living the Christian lives. They're just going to drown you. They're going to pull you down. It's not even worth it. Walk away from it. Walk away. Because as a human being, you're going to be deceived and you're going to fall into sin. And it's not even worth it, guys. It's not even worth it. But anyhow, that's basically it, guys. I actually have, I think I'm going to be doing a False Christians Part 2. But I will be talking to you guys soon. I hope you guys learned something from this. Follow me on my Instagram, on my Facebook as well. It's down there below. And subscribe and share my page and share my video. I love you guys, and God bless.